Doesn't matter. Whatever. This type of food poisoning made me shit for 3 days.
Your whole hockey team watched the OC.
Yeah. Just boys being boys, baby. Buddy, there's not many angles.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? So, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over the food poisoning.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you're in a new house. You lost 20 pounds from food poisoning. Your life is a little different from the last time I spoke to you.
I lost. I don't know how much I lost, but I gained it all back, so it's pretty good.
That's pretty fast. So what happened?
I ate some bad couscous.
You're such a white boy. You're such a sensitive little white boy.
And I didn't even want. That's not. We bought 2 salads and brought them to the canal. This is the whitest thing in the world. We bought 2 salads from the supermarket, brought them to the canal, look at some water.
That's so nice. That's literally all I want to do.
And ate most of the couscous. It's not the one I wanted. It wasn't my pick of salads.
I don't understand why you can only get one. Why'd you can only get one?
We got 2, but for some reason I went at the couscous. It's like whatever.
What is couscous? Just couscous? There's like peppers in there, I imagine, or like some
there's
parsley.
a bunch of shit in it, and it tasted sour the whole time. And for some reason, my stupid idiot mouth is just gobbling it down. And then 2 days.
And Amanda didn't have any.
She had like 2 bites and was like, "This tastes like shit." And I was like, "Yeah, told you."
And so then, what? Later that night?
No, I was fine. That's the thing. I was fine for like 36 hours.
So weird.
Almost 2 days.
And then,
apparently, you can get like there's some sorts of like whatever. I was gonna say eating disorders. There's some sorts of food poisoning that you can get like a week later.
You Googled this and that's where you learned that?
Yeah, but it's not the type I got. There's like 10, 15 types of food. It doesn't matter. Whatever. This type of food poisoning made me shit for 3 days.
No puking, just pure shit.
I puked. What a way to start off the podcast. Welcome to the Friendship Hour with Oren and Jason.
Oh, that looks good. I want to drink. Fuck. I didn't prepare.
Just water.
I didn't prepare.
Just water. I had a coffee.
It's got ice cubes in it. It's fancy.
Yeah, and I called 811.
Yeah.
I thought it was gastro. Do people outside of Quebec call it gastro? I feel like that's a Quebec thing. Call it gastro.
Yeah, I don't know. In like 2000 and like 11, it became a thing. Gastro. I don't know.
Growing up, gastro was like, I think it was like a French thing, maybe.
Yeah, no.
Thank you for giving us a tour of your 1-bedroom apartment.
My tiny apartment. You just saw the whole thing. So congratulations. Okay, so you're just shitting for 3 days. Did you take work off, or you just?
Yeah, I took work off. I took an extra day of work off.
Why, you can't bring your laptop to the shitter? I don't understand.
I can't like focus on editing words and shit. Anyways, doesn't matter. Shafford called 811. They're like, describe the diarrhea. I was like, I don't know, fuck some.
You called 811?
Yeah, because I had a fever for at one point I had a 40-degree fever.
What are you, little sick boy? I don't understand how you've gotten sick so many times during quarantine.
It was the sickest I've ever been.
You probably would have gotten tested if you hadn't already
I
gotten
got tested.
No, I know. I'm saying you probably would have gone this time had you not gone before. That's crazy.
Well, it was easier to like deal with getting tested a second time. I don't know if you haven't done it, eh?
No, because I'm not like a nervous little Nelly.
Well, the first time I had a shortness of breath and everything, so I had to go. It was right when it started. It was like right at the beginning.
Because you were having anxiety. Because you were nervous.
No, I had it for like a week.
All right.
Afterwards.
So, and you didn't have it?
No, I didn't have it.
Have you ever had shortness of breath before in your life?
Not really.
So then that's how I feel. It's kind of all in your fucking stupid head.
No, I had something. I was sick. I had a flu. Not a flu, but I had something.
Okay. All right. And this time you're also just sick because you're a weak human being. Stop blaming the couscous, man. You're just blaming ethnic food. I bet you if it was like a normal greenhouse salad, you wouldn't have thought it was a salad because it was a couscous.
Taste it. Whatever. If you tasted it sour, it tasted like ass. It tasted like ass, and I kept eating it.
You love ass. Classic Jason. That's brutal, man. No, that sounds awful.
It was terrible.
I don't know if I just sweating and shitting for fucking 3 days straight.
Yeah. so many cramps,
Jesus
just
Christ.
cramps. I felt like I don't know. I had hot flash. I was going through a menopause.
Well, you christened that new toilet, that's for sure, right?
Yeah.
You gave the new toilet a ride, that's for sure, eh?
What about you? How's it going?
I don't know, man. I feel like everyone's starting to break a little bit. I went to
Yeah, of course.
I went to my good friend's at like in a backyard yesterday, and we hung out. But then it rained, and we ended up in the house. So I
Which
feel,
okay.
so I
Well,
feel
I
like
think you're
it's
allowed as of like next week, but if you're allowed as of next week, you're allowed as like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? What's the difference?
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I like I don't know. I'm trying to stay safe. But we also went to like Carly's aunt's, an uncle. No, I'm saying those things words. Her sister's place. Yeah, that's the word. Oh yeah,
Carly's sister.
that's the relative I was looking for. A sister. And there we were pretty safe. We stayed outside and distant, but it's just like starting to like I don't know. I don't know. It feels like everything's opening next week, the malls and stuff,
I
and
know.
it's like annoying for because like comedy's not coming back, right?
No, it's not gonna come back for a while. Like,
And
even
so
if they do 25% seating,
yeah,
that's like 40 people.
yeah.
I guess it's doable, but
You're thinking at the club. That's what you're thinking of.
yeah, at the club. But like, even in the green room, you can only have like you know what I mean? Like, you can only have like two comics or whatever.
It's crazy.
It's not like, I don't know. It's not
I wish
gonna.
I knew if there were like plans in the ether. I don't have my ear to the ground, so I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on anywhere.
That's fucked.
There's just liquor store lineup comedy shows.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing it next week.
Really?
Man, every picture is hilarious. Every picture of the show, there's not one person in the line even looking at them.
I know. What are you gonna go do that for?
But I
Go
don't know.
yell, go look like a crazy person.
Yeah, that's what
There's no
that's
context. There's no
no,
context whatsoever. You're just like, going up there yelling thoughts.
no. You do crowd
To,
work.
ugh, yeah, okay, you do crowd work. So what? I can do crowd work and talk to my fucking dog over here.
So right, man. I don't know, just to like do something. That would be it. Just to do
No,
something.
no, might as well just go hang out with your boys.
The francophones are doing something. I think a drive-in, right? I heard.
Yeah, at the airport, is that them?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck that. Imagine
French,
having access to the airport.
man, that's some power. I
That's
heard
right. We're
about
gonna
these
go to a
French
fucking. I'm gonna
shows.
go to a bus station. That's the English comedy scene equivalent in Montreal. I'm gonna go to Fairview Mall bus terminal and yell.
Man, it's so weird. Do you hear about all these drive-in shows? Like Bert Kreischer's going to do a drive-in
Uh,
show, like a
where
tour.
where they honk at you when they're laughing.
That's what I heard. But you could
Oh,
talk over the honks because people hear you in the car on the radio, you know?
right.
So it's like it's not like you're yelling to them. It's like you're talking in a mic and the mic is playing in their radio.
Still, it's still always gonna be like one asshole who thinks he's funny by honking at the wrong time or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and I also heard that one show is like instead of honking, they're like the windshield wipers.
that's it's. Oh god, that's
But just
terrible.
to just to have said that you did one of those shows, do you know what I mean?
I'd rather not. I'd rather be like, yeah, I didn't succumb to the fucking
How long has it been
press.
since you've been on stage?
March 12th, 11th, March 11th.
Wow.
So I guess 3 months and 3 days.
And it'll probably be another 2 months, right?
At least if there's no second, whatever, doesn't matter.
That's what I mean. That's my problem is that there's going to be no performances, but then because everyone's going to the malls, there's going to be a second wave before you know it, and then
Exactly.
it's
We're
going to
gonna.
postpone it even more.
There's gonna be a second wave before there's gonna be more comedy,
Yeah,
but we'll see.
yeah. I don't know. Besides that, I've been like kind of still working a lot, but I'm getting like like doing nothing besides work. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just watching reality TV,
What do you mean? What reality TV are you watching?
like Selling Sunset.
Oh my god, that's what
Yeah,
that's your vibe. That's what you get
I
into.
I like the garbage. Yeah,
Yeah, that's hilarious.
yeah.
Selling Sunset. What is that about?
They're real estate agents who sell big ass houses. But it's mostly it's a soap opera. It's like they don't care about the houses.
It's
It's
about their
just
personal
catty
lives.
ass. It's complete. It's not like it's inner office politics. If you want to call it that.
That's what you enjoy.
It's just catty as shit. It's great.
That's so stupid. Bro.
I grew up on
Just
the OC, baby.
the OC, but that's not even. That's like
It's like soapy.
you watched the OC.
Hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's. I mean, that's not
I was like
acceptable.
12.
Like, oh, with like your who did you watch that with? By yourself with a bowl of
I
popcorn?
watched it
And
by myself, and then I watched it with my entire hockey team when I was like 16. I
get
watched it
out of here!
twice.
Your whole
Not kidding.
hockey team watched the OC.
Yeah. Just
That's
boys being boys, baby.
that is so strange. I don't understand. It was like isn't it the same thing as like I don't know like Dawson's Creek in my time?
Probably, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever. I'm more of a man, I guess, than you. That's all. That's all.
Hmm.
What can I say?
Yeah, climb that ladder behind you. Put a shelf up.
That ladder, you know, what it's a ladder. I don't know where it goes to, but or what it could ever be used for. It's Curly's addition. It's fancy. It's what a nice brick home should look like, as opposed to your barren brick wall
Yeah, I know.
with
That's
nothing on
it's
it.
my one wall. I got a yoga mat.
Yeah, it looks like you created a cubicle in an alley.
The other walls look good.
Yeah. How is the place? Is it? Are you happy?
Yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's really, really good. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have AC in there now?
Yeah, the only thing is that there's only windows at the front and the back, so we have two AC units. But like the middle gets hot. Like right now, it's not bad if I have the door open, but I have
Yeah.
my door closed here because there's no
Right.
window in the offices. I have a
Yeah.
skylight.
A skylight.
Yeah,
Fancy.
with a
Shows us.
dead. I got a dead wasp up there that's snuck in there, so it's gonna be there for probably the entire time I
Yeah.
live here. It's gonna
He's gonna
slowly
live there.
decompose. Who knows how long it's been here?
Yeah. And that's like one day you're like randomly on coke sitting in there, be like, I'm gonna get it. You know,
Why would that happen? That's not gonna
creates a
happen.
mission of the day.
Don't start rumors.
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
I'm a clean man.
Clean nose, clean man. Yeah, I apologize. No make up stories. Um, yeah. It's nice to like move into a new. It feels like I don't know, like a whole new
I,
thing.
I like the neighborhood.
You do?
It's good. It's very yeah. Because I went from NDG's fine. Like Monkland was fine.
Yeah.
So it was like a light version of where I lived for the last 2 months with Amanda. You know,
Mhm.
around the court. Like she was right at like the edge of
Sherbrooke's
Westmount.
gross as fuck. Yeah.
And Sherbrooke is gross, but like just also like walking in the Westmount neighborhoods, those like people like they fucking suck, man.
They
They
suck. That's
just
what I mean. Like
it
Sherbrooke Crescent,
sucks.
that area, it's like all they're like these like all the
People
mothers
my
in
age with
Lululemon.
money.
Yeah, like walking there like $10,000 baby strollers for no
Yeah,
reason, like
yeah.
maniacs. Yeah,
It's people with this mustache, but unironically.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a
But
lot of hoity-toits. Yeah.
yeah, I fucking and then here, it's great. I got a lot of white trash. I got a lot of different trash.
All different colors of trash.
I was walking on the sidewalk, and there's this guy my age,
Yeah.
smoking weed with like this 65-year-old woman,
Yeah.
and she
Good
just
time.
turns to him. And she like they're talking, but right when I walk by, she turns to him with the same with this voice goes, "Do you know Barry Manilow?"
And that's all you got out of it?
That's all I got out of it, and it's fucking amazing. So I've just been walking around the apartment going, "Do you know Barry Manilow?"
That's an amazing moment. That's where are you exactly? Oh, you don't have to disclose exactly, but you're in Griffintown. Is that like technically the?
No, I'm across the water from Griffintown. I'm like a 15-minute walk from where we met that one time
Oh, that one
to,
time.
to have drinks
I don't
with
know.
Amanda. Carl.
Oh, there, at the drinkery you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so you're pretty close, but it's like a.
you're
It's like a.
frozen.
You froze
The,
first.
are you here? Is that you? Is that me?
We're both. You're frozen now.
Did I freeze?
You're frozen now. Yeah.
I think we're both back.
No, you're still in a.
My connection stable.
Mine's, I think we're back. Maybe.
I shouldn't have an unstable connection. It's pissed me off.
I pay a lot of money for this
Okay,
connection.
whatever. Maybe my girlfriend's FaceTiming.
She's using the goddamn the
That's all I can
waves.
think of.
I kicked the woman out of the house.
I
I said,
know.
we're doing a podcast.
She was supposed to be gone. She was supposed to go hang out.
Let her goddamn know. No, it just worked out. Um, yeah, okay.
But it's
So
good.
you
It's a half-hour walk from like from Grumpy's. 25-minute walk from the nest.
I mean, fuck that. It's really not it's not close to the nest at all. I'm not close to the nest. So how could that place be close to the nest? Man.
I'm closer to Atwater than you are.
Yeah, but you're so down, you know?
Also,
Like
you're also a 25-minute walk from the nest.
I know, and I would never even
I wouldn't
imagine.
walk to the nest. I would walk from the nest.
Or
I wouldn't do that fucking hill.
You Bixie home from the nest. That's the party.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Whee! The whole time.
Bixied yesterday.
Oh, you did?
I Bixied from where the fuck we were in St. Henry. And like 5 minutes into the Bixie, Amanda gets a bug in her eye. I gotta. She just gets a fucking. I'm wearing
Why are the
glasses,
two
so
of
fine.
you
She gets
like
a bug in her eye? It's stuck in her eye. I gotta go with hand sanitizer. I gotta hand sanitize my hands after touching the Bixie germ party that is the handlebars. I gotta go into her eye and
No, you
fucking
literally hold on.
after
You
her
literally
eyes.
you see a
I
bug
had
in
to
her
pick
eye?
the bug at yeah, stuck to her eyeball. At one point, it moved. She lost it like behind. She had to like
I don't understand. What the
just to
two of
get it
you,
back.
the luck the two of you have, you're both like Martin
Just a
Short
bad
from
week.
fucking Pure Luck. It's insane.
That I don't think anyone who's gonna ever of the 7 people who are gonna listen to this, not one of them is gonna get that fucking reference. You
Have you
old
seen it though?
man.
Have you seen it?
I have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
Uh,
I haven't seen a Martin Short movie ever. I haven't seen Martin Short I don't know why that dude's famous. I know he's friends with Steve Martin. That's the
yeah,
only reason why
uh,
I don't know Martin Short.
oh, come on. I loved that movie when I was a kid.
When in night like before the AIDS crisis.
Yeah. Yeah, when we treated condoms like face masks. Bullshit. Don't need them. Propaganda by the media. Yeah, I don't know. Are you wearing a mask when you go out?
Sometimes. I don't know. Fuck. I hate doing it. Like I bought some cloth ones which are pure fucking shit. They just like I can't breathe through them properly. Like I don't like it.
Yeah.
Have you tried the cloth ones? Have you bought some from someone or so? Has Carly fucking knit some masks for you?
No, but I did. So we
Has
did.
she cross-stitched?
She cross-stitched me a mask. No, she did. We did get some cloth ones. I hated it because my ears get bent forward. Like
Yeah. Also, the ear. Exactly. You look like a J.R.R. Tolkien. Especially you. You must look even more like a fucking Hobbit character.
just like, just really not great. But I have another one that's like that I like, and I have the painter ones. You know, the ones that just cover this.
Yeah.
But someone was telling me that like you don't like a mask is only good if you can't blow like a lighter out wearing it. So if you have a lighter in front of you and you try to blow it out, you can't. That's a good mask. And I was like, but that means like
okay, but what street magician's rule is that? What are you talking about?
Street magician. Yeah, I don't even know. I love when I like you
Came
hear
up with
these
that.
things. I don't know. I just
Yeah, of course.
now that I think about it,
Like,
I was actually told it was told to me by like a 14-year-old girl that I decided it was staying.
Here, okay, fine, whatever.
But I don't know.
Yeah, the birth of a new old wives' tale, as we're.
Yeah, I don't know. I think.
What?
I just think it's better to wear them. So.
I mean, I have. I don't. Obviously, I got some to go get tested on whenever I went on Wednesday, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were like $35 for like 50 masks or whatever.
Hold on a second.
Insane.
You went to get tested again?
Yeah, when I had diarrhea.
You did. You went to get tested again.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Jason! You've gotten to get tested for corona twice since the pandemic, since the quarantine started, and both times came back negative.
But yeah,
you are.
But here's the thing: is that I didn't know. I forgot about. I forgot about the couscous at that point. It was only later when someone asked
You're like
me,
waiting in line after 5
because it was
hours. You're
two
like,
days later. I
the
got food.
couscous.
Someone at like, because I didn't know food poisoning was 2 days later. I thought if I would have gotten sick, I thought it would have been that day. But I threw up at 5 a.m. on Monday
Oh my God, you're just a weak little
after
boy.
eating it
That's
on Friday.
oh my God.
Yeah, okay, but okay. Forget that. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I still had to. Here's the thing: is that now one of the biggest things that they want you to go get tested if you have gastro symptoms. If you have fever, diarrhea, and you're throwing up, they want you to go get tested for COVID. Apparently, that's one of the new big whatever the fuck symptoms.
But what
And
it doesn't do you any good to know you have it at that point.
I had fever for 3 days straight. I thought maybe I had to go to the hospital.
But if you go to the hospital, just go to the hospital. If you get tested, then they go, you have COVID.
They need
So
to know. They need to know if you have COVID if you have to go to the hospital.
you can go to the hospital without getting tested for COVID. That can't be true. You're saying you can't go to a hospital if
Yeah,
you
of
haven't
course
been tested? So
Of course, but if you go to the hospital, it's better for you to know if you have it or not, so you can put you in the right place so you could die properly.
I don't know. I think you're a bit crazy. I just can't believe you got yourself up to go fucking get tested for COVID again. Where, in like a tent somewhere, or did you
It's
go to
not that
someone?
bad.
Did you go to someone's
I
van?
went to the the first time I went to like the fucking dystopian ass downtown
Yeah,
Place des Arts, tents everywhere.
yeah. District
Look
13
like
or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know, look like the Germans won in fucking 45 or 40, whenever that happened, 42.
The good old days. Yeah.
Uh, and this time I went to the again, not the bed, it's a decommissioned hospital at Hotel Dieu or whatever in the plateau,
Yeah.
Saint
Yeah.
Urbain,
And decommissioned. What
which
goes
is
on in
also
there?
just as haunted as the fucking tent city.
That's so creepy, man.
I don't know what the fuck they keep. Yeah, it's well, anyways. It was in and out. I was in there for 5 minutes, and it's not fun. They swab under your brain. I like they they go in through the nostril. They put your head back. They swab like basic. They reach all the way back here.
Yeah.
It they yeah. It's not
Nasty.
fun, but I like I said, I had a fever for 3 days. I need to know.
And when did you get the
Because
results?
also
How
I had
long?
seen my parents and all that shit. 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
So what's the process? You don't need to make an appointment. You just show up.
You show up.
You
You
show
say,
up.
please tickle under my brain.
You wait in the line?
No, there's no line.
Really?
Yeah. I was in and out in 5 minutes.
You probably got it while you were there.
I
That's
don't think
probably what
so.
happened.
There was no one there. We're both just burping right now.
I
We're
know.
both
Gross old men.
extremely in our 30s, just burping through a conversation.
Man, Dave Chappelle
I just had
burps.
a coffee that's hitting me now. Like,
Dave Chappelle burps in the first like 5 minutes of his
mhm.
special. It's like, sorry, and he didn't even
Yeah.
mean it. He doesn't even try to joke it. He just fully apologizes. He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's like, excuse me. That thing was poignant, though. Not to discuss it too much.
It was really, really like it was hard to watch. Like, you know, it was
Yeah.
it really affected me, especially just he just knows how to deliver, you know, a point so well.
Yeah.
And he like his story had like a callback at the end, but not like a funny one, but it's a good, amazing storytelling, and he's just so good at delivering a point. But at the same time, I will say that anybody who said Nanette's special is bullshit, I mean, it's pretty much Dave Chappelle's Nanette, you know. So it's like
Yeah, but this was,
timely.
yeah, I would say this was necessary.
Yeah, he also didn't claim that
Because
comedy.
there's a million old white like people who don't listen to a single person of color voice except for his, or
Yeah,
like him or Chris Rock are the only two people who can like reach millions of white fucking guys my dad's age
yeah, yeah.
who will dismiss everyone else.
It's
So
really nuts.
they're necessary.
Yeah, it was quite good, and I like how he just like put it, like made it and released it so fast and just got it done, you know, because he felt like he needed
Yeah,
to. It's really impressive.
fucking
Was it on
ruled.
Netflix or is it
It was
only on
awesome.
YouTube?
It's not on Netflix. I tried to find it on Netflix. It's only on YouTube,
It's on YouTube, yeah.
which is weird.
Yeah, that's strange. But maybe they just didn't know how
So
to.
fucking
Yeah.
No, I was saying like it's insane how fast this all just happened. It went from like some dude looking at birds having like the police called on him to like full-fledged fucking
Yep.
insane revolution. Which
I
good.
mean, it's the
Whatever.
craziest video. That's real, like, like I know there's other videos that are pretty nuts, but this one's it's just like impossible. It's just like the whole time. It's like when you're watching a movie and the whole time like you're yelling at them to not do what they're about to do. But the whole time you're watching
Yeah,
that, you're like, get up, like get up. Like you just don't you want
yeah.
you just want to wring the guy's neck. And it's crazy. And then like also it's nice to see this like spark of people just like obviously like the crazy raids and the looting is a bit much, but I don't think it really like I think it's just it's par for the course,
It goes
of
hand in hand.
exactly.
Like you're gonna get like there's looting when the Habs lose a playoff,
Yeah,
game.
yeah. And a black man
There's
got
gonna be
shot in
looting.
in Atlanta. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the story, but I saw.
It's weird, man. Just crazy. The world is
Yeah.
on fire, and here we are, yucking it up. It's
Trying
really
to, yeah,
fucked,
exactly. Trying to just be fucking two morons talking about anything else.
man. World's on fire. It's fucked. It's really strange. It's strange, and like to not have an outlet to talk to, like really like get out all like like to not have stand up to like go out and talk
Even
about
with
things.
friends,
Yeah. Oh
forget
yeah.
stand up. Even with even like just being able to see a face that doesn't look like mine and talk about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
it's
weird
yeah.
adjustment.
It's hard to just read Twitter and like it because nothing feels real.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like opinions and stuff. Like you just read a million of them, then you forget.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's hard to like, and it's just like it's the weirdest thing like in terms of like conspiracies and stuff like that, like people talking about like corona being a like overblown and a media thing. It's like I don't believe it at all, but it's so funny how badly you want to believe it you know like you want it to
In
be
what
true.
sense?
Like I want corona to have been overblown by the media and this whole thing to have been taken too far. Like I'd love to think that. Like I know, like I was playing NHL 19 on PS4 with my buddy in Toronto, who's a doctor, an emergency room doctor, and he's still working his
Right.
4 to 5 days a week. He's not like sleeping on the floor in the hospital in between
Right.
shifts. Like none of that shit's happening over there.
Right.
And I'm not saying that it should, and maybe because quarantine, we've eliminated that from happening. But at the same time, he's like completely just chill, like
I think
messaging me,
so.
you know?
Yeah, but like I don't know. Look at like wasn't there like 3,000 cases in like California today?
Oh, I didn't read that.
It's like every place that like stopped like the confinement is just doubling down their numbers. So
Yeah, like
whatever. Hey,
Universal Florida is like open, isn't it? Like ready to like booming, ready to go. Everyone's lined up for rides and
I have
stuff.
no idea.
It's so crazy.
I have no idea.
It's so nuts. I can't imagine it. Like the restaurants here are opening when?
June 20 something.
So like next week, right?
Yeah, like I think right before Saint Jean, June 22nd.
So I can't imagine
Malls
sitting in a
first and
restaurant
then
right now.
restaurants.
Could you imagine sitting in a restaurant right now? It's be weird as shit.
Unless they close the streets down and they make like the streets like extend the patios.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would sit outside, but even that, no, I would just fucking sit at the park with. I'd rather do that
Yeah.
than anyway.
So what about an outdoor show? We're gonna
Where?
make an outdoor show happen.
Where? Who has a backyard that's big enough in a
Um,
city?
why can't we do it in a park? You need a permit or something?
I think you need a permit. I saw there's like some guy in Toronto who I couldn't tell if he was an asshole or not, depending
Yeah.
on like who commented or what. But this he got like I think I saw the ticket. It was like $120 fine for like an illegal PA monitor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't amplify a voice.
Well,
Which I don't know what the fuck they're doing at the SAQ line at the. I don't know how they're amplifying their voices there if it's illegal. But again, that's Ontario. Who knows?
I don't know. I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's something weird with my mute. Anyways, I think there's this like. Did you see that ABBA posted that he flew to the States?
I saw that. I didn't watch. I didn't.
It's the ugliest fucking cat.
I didn't watch the video. What these guys? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with these guys?
It's the most disgusting.
These guys, they're two buddies.
Little hairless.
They're just having fun. They're just wrestling around.
Fucking, that's not a fucking pet. That is a fucking demon.
What about my two buddies over here, just hanging out?
Come on, do the free willy. Maybe. Do the free willy. You gotta do the free willy.
I don't even know what the free willy is, dude.
Lucky kid, you child.
I was like 4 when this movie came out.
Yeah, I know. ABBA flew to the States, which I find weird because I thought you couldn't even get into the States. He said there's no problem. You can fly. You just can't drive through the States, but you can fly. You can get in and you can come back. He went to go do Andrew Schultz's podcast.
Okay.
Crazy.
That's pretty fucking cool.
I know, really cool.
But
I don't know if he went for that, but I know he did it. But it's crazy. I didn't know you could get into the States. I'm so confused. I don't understand what the rules are.
I guess the borders are just road borders, which makes sense. It's probably like people are scared to go to airports.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna have that much, like, you're not gonna have that many people going to the airports right now. So it's like it's probably very minimal the amount of people who are going to the States by airport.
Yeah, I guess. What's going on with anything? Are you talking to Gabe or any comics?
I was supposed to hang out with them last Sunday, or Saturday. I had my dad's birthday, so they were hanging out on Saturday with Wasim and stuff. Yeah, and I couldn't go because my dumb dad's birthday. And then Sunday there was supposed to be like a mini hangout or whatever, but I was starting to feel like shit because I had to shit myself for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
So I couldn't go either. I think Gabe moved out yesterday. Gabe moved out yesterday.
Officially.
Yeah, so the Melrose boys have become Melrose men.
What's it called? Did you see the roast thing were you invited to be on that? The Zoom roast?
Yeah. No, I kind of like, I can't imagine a format that would lend itself less than fucking Zoom for a roast.
I mean, yes,
like
but
the
also
easiest. I don't know, I was gonna say it's like the easiest form of like it's the most like crowd necessary form of comedy.
Yes, but it also like it is joke. So like it kind of like allows people to just kind of talk and not overtalk each other. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm surprised that you didn't just get a message asking. But maybe they knew that you wouldn't do it.
I don't know. I think I was asked if I wanted to retire, not retire, but like take a step back for a bit, because I think the last one was so bad that like Chris was like, you know, why don't you get your head straight, kid. The last one with me and Mason was really fucking bad, dude. It was so fucking bad. Wow. I've written more jokes in it for people, and Kate, like, I don't know. I don't want to reveal anything, but I had heard of people who of one specific person who wanted to roast me. So I just had a couple while driving come to my head. So I jotted them down. But
are you gonna share them, or
no? This is
they're stored.
Secret time.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I don't know. I can't keep trying to like. Have you been Did you write any jokes?
Yeah, I've been writing a little bit. I was gonna maybe write about the testing and like diarrhea for a few days and all that.
There's always a good shit yourself joke. Everyone needs
really scraping the bottom of the barrel. I don't have any shit material, so
yeah. I don't actually have any shit material either. Never did. Also, I've also never shat myself in my adult life. I feel like you have.
I shat myself.
Yeah, for sure you have, because you're that. See, like you'd think that I'm the one who has it less together in regards to that, but no, you're the one who, when they let it go, falls apart completely. that's like you, the type of guy who gets wasted and
No,
then ends up with a black eye and a bloody face, even though he was in his bedroom by himself the whole time. Like that's
black
you.
eye. I had a cut above my eyebrow. What the fuck ever.
But that's you. I've never. These things have never happened to me. No matter. You still got a scar,
I've only
eh?
had like three things yeah, there's a little scar. I've only had that and shitting myself after. Listen, you don't drink 3 days after you've had the stomach flu. That's what I would say to people, because then you might shit yourself if you light
You
a
may.
cigarette outside of your apartment.
Did you try to like get back, or you just gave in and were like, oh, it's gonna come out?
Oh yeah, no. This was like just like the rest of my stomach flu, just completely like it was whatever. It doesn't matter. People don't need to know this. Future
So fucking
employers don't need to know this.
yeah, because they're gonna
If you made
listen.
it this far into it and you're vetting me for a future job, you're fucking. I don't know where I'm working. Maybe like as a private investigator finally.
Yeah. Did you spend a fuckload of money on this move?
Not that bad. I'm pretty well connected in the industry.
That's right. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's just all our furniture is mattresses, but yeah, got a pretty good deal.
I have a
Take a seat
family
on my couch.
member
That's a
who's
mattress.
in
It's a
the
couch.
industry for. I got some good shit. No, but like I did spend this current month that I'm in up and I have another 10 days to go on this bill cycle here is the most I've ever spent money like in my life.
Yeah, moving is so expensive because you just need new everything. And you like want to
Yeah,
treat your new place. You know what I mean? Well, like
exactly. You don't want to
yeah,
just like bring in like an amalgamation of two places. You want to make it like a new place,
yeah, yeah.
and like we've uh, at least thankfully we're like 95% done, but there's still gonna be like a few $100s of like decorating.
Are all your do you sell boxes?
Nope. Dude, I
No
didn't
way.
have like, cause we had 2 weeks before the move-in date of having the keys, so
Right.
I haven't had like the last thing I had was to put up my whiteboard over here. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, whiteboard with nothing on it.
It says "I love your ass." It's a nice message from my girlfriend.
Oh, you have a good ass? I didn't know that. Broken hip and a good ass.
Doesn't have to be good. She just likes it.
I wish you just like completely like froze throughout that sentence. I was like, it doesn't have to be good. She just
Besides,
likes it.
yeah, it just told me I had another unstable connection. Maybe if I have to open my door and do this while locking eyes with my girlfriend,
Yeah, it's been in and out. Is the
maybe
truth.
the internet's not getting through
It's not been
the whole
ideal.
time.
A little bit here and there, but I think we're okay. And my mic keeps on like kind of
Okay.
like cutting whenever it does it. But whatever, we're fine. Doesn't matter. Everyone loves this.
Yeah.
Comment
Okay.
below.
Fuck. I don't like that because I am spending a lot of money. Well, not that much, but
Hey, once in a while
it's
you
as good
gotta
as it
go.
gets. The internet. You know what I mean?
Once in a while you gotta go check. You go to the site, check my internet speed, and see if it's giving you a good response. And then you just call Videotron
Yeah.
or whatever cheap ass company you just decided to go with. You're
I
not with
never
Videotron, eh?
had problems with Ebox. Like Ebox.
Yes, you have had problems with Ebox because I've never had a smooth conversation with you on Zoom. So
You never talked to me at my old place. You talked to me at Amanda's place, which was also
bullshit.
Ebox.
I've never had a problem with Ebox. I've never had a problem with Ebox. It's not
Who are you with?
Videotron because I'm not a poor idiot.
But they use the same why like it's the same thing. I like the
No, they're
guy
not.
when they checked my connection here it was a Videotron guy who came.
Really, eh?
Yeah,
It's so weird how that works.
they
I don't
just
know.
piggyback off it.
I pay for the most internet bullshit, and it's 100 and something. It's like 100 a month, right under 100. So it's expensive. You pay what?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
What do you pay?
80,
I mean,
80.
I would not save $20 a month for not amazing internet.
But it is amazing. It has been except for this. This is the only thing because we're both in HD. I got a fucking whale behind me.
The internet's having problem just storing all this amazingness on one screen. It's not that easy to do.
It's not okay. The HD is not even enabled.
I think mine is. I mean, you're not in HD. I look crisp on my camera in my view, but I mean that's just because it's I don't know, crisp and clean and fat. Man, have I gotten fat? You just lost weight. You're just fucking
I
skinnier
think I'm
and
almost back to what I was though.
oh, dude, I'm just
I did lose weight in my face, but
eating fucking
is this the breakdown?
yeah. I'm just eating
The
danishes.
emotional breakdown hour?
Yeah, because I'm just looking at myself too much, and I'm like, this is not what we're supposed to look like, buddy. This is
Your
not
little
how.
sailor shirt's not helping, dude.
You don't like it? It really, like my tits really look like tits. It really looks like I got
Especially with the
tits.
sun beaming down on them,
Yeah, it
shining
just
off your
yeah.
hips.
I can just get That's see the cleavage is getting hit right in the center. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I'm also. I think that's just normal, dude. I'm also getting tits. It's good. It's good.
Huge. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna start. You know what I can do. I can do push-ups. That's all I can do. I got 15
I know. I
pound
told
weights.
myself I would do push-ups.
What do I do with 15-pound weights, Jason?
Just do anything.
What do you mean anything?
Anything you do with anything you would do with 30-pound weights.
I
Just
don't know how to
do it.
do it with weights. I've never dealt with a weight. Do I do this?
I'm not.
Do I do this?
Why is it freezing right now? I'm gonna open my door and just. You know what? I'm gonna open my door and have this conversation for. Look at the fucking wheels. All right.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The internet's slow.
What's the Free Willy song? Michael
I
Jackson
don't know
has
what
a
the
Free
Free
Willy
Willy song
song.
is.
What's
Yeah, I know. I don't know it, but you know what? You're too much on the fucking wheels here. I'm just gonna go with.
Oh, that's not bad. Do I have any screens loaded here? I feel like I have my work screens loaded here. Let me
I
see.
use Zoom for work.
Yeah. Oh, I stopped my video. That's not what I wanted to do. Choose virtual background. Oh, but I'm going to show this. Okay. Oh, I've got my high school.
What was your
here.
first job?
Got my high school.
Yeah.
It's my high school, man. That's great. It's cool as shit.
What was your first job?
My first job ever was like a summer job painting houses and like
Oh, you paint houses, huh?
railings. I used to paint houses, yeah. Painting houses. My first like job that really felt like a job was a bag boy at IGA.
Oh yeah, I stocked shelves at Metro.
Oh yeah, you stock shelves.
Yeah.
I never did stock shelves. I wanted to more than because the bagging
Fucking
was fucking annoying, man.
dude, stocking shelves was the worst. I hate fucking soup cans. I only had one friend that was like the only like because I just came back from 2 years in the States,
Yeah.
and I had no fucking friends stocking shelves for a whole summer. The only friend I had was this fuck, what was he? I think he was Peruvian. He was an ex nurse from Peru who was about to be a doctor in Peru, and he moved here and he had to stock shelves at a grocery store.
Dude, I hate those stories
It's,
so much.
and but yeah, fuck. And there was this meth head that worked as the same job as me, but he thought he was like the assistant to the assistant manager, or whatever. Like he thought he was like the head of the bag boys or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like we all thought he was a meth head or like something. And the Peruvian nurse guy, I forget his name. This is like whatever, 12 years ago. He went to the meth head's apartment once to pick him up for work, and the apartment door was unlocked, and he just walked in and saw him smoking meth, like full on out of the pipe before fucking work. And then like a month before I started working there, the meth guy was this meth guy would like chug 2 liters of soda over like a shift of work,
Oh my god, his
just
teeth.
chug the whole fucking. Anyways,
His teeth.
yeah, and just grind his teeth. And okay, so here's the thing: is that at one point this meth guy was like yelling at the Peruvian guy, and halfway through like a P sound, a fucking tooth went flying and just hit the Peruvian guy on the face, and the Peruvian guy just projectile vomited all over the meth guy.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I started working a month later.
Oh my god. So his tooth goes flying out of his mouth and hits him on the cheek
And hits him on the cheek
like a
and just
soft piece
like
of
a
corn.
fucking like a like a
Like a
like
corn
a tic
niblet.
tac.
Yeah. Like a half
And the
sucked on
proving
Tic
guy just
Tac.
told me he just started projectile vomiting all over the place.
Oh my god. That is fucking hilarious. And they're like, and so that's who you're replacing.
No, and the guy still worked there.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Where was this grocery store?
Not far from the last Metro in Laval. So the Metro grocery store. I think it's the Metro. Whatever, doesn't matter. Might be an IGA.
I remember.
It's a nice one too. It's a fancy one. They have all the flavors of kettle chips.
Oh,
They have the buffalo kettle chips. They have all the nice ones.
well, you know quality when they got kettle chips.
Yeah, kettle chips too.
I remember the feeling though working there. I remember there was this like 55 or 60-year-old guy who was also like a bag boy and would do the drive in, like loading the trunks and stuff. And I remember him telling me like, you got a good job here. We got good benefits, And I remember the feeling of being like this is his life. Like fuck everything. If this is like, it was the first time, like right around at the end of high school, and I was like, oh shit, I need to pay attention to school. I need to do
Things can go
better.
wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could end up like this, and
You
I
just
did.
reminded
So.
me. Come on.
He probably has more money in the bank than I do at this point.
You just reminded me that there was a guy at the grocery store who, like, everyone was like, that guy's a lawyer, but he actually prefers stocking shelves.
Yeah, that's Amarez doing comedy.
His colleague is fucking facing the fucking French side out.
Oh my god, that's
He's
so
just
fucked.
language purist. He wants to make sure that I
Imagine.
always make sure to put the English side out, and I got yelled at once.
You're like, fuck you. You're like a rebel.
My act of civil disobedience.
That's
putting the chunky noodles out.
It's such a annoying job, man. It's like, I remember also like it was in the Jewish community, so like I used to just have to like bag food for all the parents that I knew. Do you know what I mean? So it was like so weird because like everybody you're working for, and then they throw you like a loony, and it would be so like derogatory. Like just the way they'd give it to you just felt like such shit. You want to be like fuck your loony, but at the same time you're like give me the loony. So
yeah, give me a fucking loony.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that was a weird job, and I think like that was almost like the last job I had in like a corporate, like a company, or like in service at all until I started being a waiter or a busboy like years later. But I never worked as a cashier. Never did anything like that.
No, you don't have dudes.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe not. But it was weird because it was all 16-year-old girls at the cash.
At the cash, yeah, they were all 16-year-old girls. Yep. That's the first time I ever fooled around with a black girl. I remember I was like, there was this.
Good for you, dude.
Oh yeah, come on.
Really making this whole thing about you. This whole march about you. You're a real ally, dude.
Yeah, I'm an ally. That's exactly my point.
Where were you? At Côte Saint Luc? Where were you?
Yeah, I was the one black person in Côte Saint Luc. I found him. I found him. And
you found him. Nice, dude.
Right, this man. And I remember like, see again, you're too young, but there's this club called Angels. Did you ever hear about it? It was on Saint Laurent. No, eh?
Was it spelled with a Z at the end?
I hope so. I don't
Did you get a free admission with a tramp stamp?
No, but you were only allowed to be wearing whites when you went in, and had to have a fedora.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Might as well have. But I remember like going there and like just trying so hard, just working hard to try to like make something happen, and we made out. So I'm an ally. That's basically my point. 17-year-old, 16.
Congrats, dude! Big day for you back then. Back in 19. Big day.
Yeah, no, I think that was like the weirdest job I've ever had, where like the weirdest shit would go down. Besides that, what other jobs did you have?
Everything else was just like office stuff, I think. Can't think of anything else.
I once worked my father had like a kitchen because he was like did like catering, like kosher style baked goods and like food. And he like I got kicked out of camp that summer. I went to sleepaway camp as a kid, and I got booted out for
Try and
smoke.
touch too many dicks.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, just dude, too many. Uh, I got kicked out for smoking cigarettes in the
Whoa,
shower.
at 14, we were in prison.
Yeah, exactly. I was trading cigarettes for fucking. I was, no, I don't know, but for some, I was young, man.
Yeah,
I was,
I went to Oz for summer.
yeah, it was a quick summer in Oz, and no, I was like 14 though. Yeah, I was like 14, I think. Grade 8 or grade 9.
Connection's unstable.
Yeah, I know. You were shaking up on that Oz joke. Um,
That sucks. I'm
and,
giving you gold over here.
and I got booted out for smoking cigarettes in the fucking shower. And I came back, and my parents paid like I don't know $3,000 for me to go to that summer camp or something like that, and they didn't get a cent back, and I got kicked out like 2 weeks in. And they were livid, man. And my father was like, "You're working this all off, in my bakery." And on day 2, I was like peeling apples in like the basements, and not even with a peeler, like with one of those things. So I didn't even have to do anything. I just literally would have to just go like this and peel. And I
Yeah, yeah.
fainted. I fainted from the heat after 25 minutes. I'm just like,
Call me a bitch.
yeah, exactly. And I was like white in the face, and my father comes down into the and he's like, and like his workers were like, your son is your poofter son is downstairs half asleep on the
A
floor.
pussy.
Exactly. And he comes down and just yells, I'm like, Ted, I'm weak. Ted, I'm weak. It's so hot. And he's like, how the hell is this my goddamn son? And that's the start of our perfect relationship. But that also was a brutal job.
And you've carried that energy with you ever since.
Yeah, physical
You
labor.
have the energy of a man who passes out peeling apples in a
Yeah, that's
basement.
that's me, man. But my father, like, that's like a
That's your
story.
everyday.
Me passing out is at the store. Like I remember they tried to get me into hockey when I was young, and they like pretty much convinced me to do it. And I was like, fine. It was like the first game we ever had, and I was in the locker room. And your father has to tie your skates for you, and he's like tying them super fucking tight, and he's putting on all my equipment, and it takes like 2 hours to get ready for hockey when you're a kid. And we finally get all the equipment on,
Yeah.
ready to go. Everything's tightened up. I take 4 steps on the ice and I just faint. Just in the middle of the fucking ice. Just faint. I'm like starfish in the
I had
middle.
no blood circulating your feet.
Yeah, I'm starfish on the blue line. It's like, it's just ridiculous. And I just remember waking up to like a whole crowd around me and like some woman freaking out, like holding my head up, like feeding me cream soda, like drop by drop to get me sugar. And just my father in the corner, just like this. Just like, oh my God, what the fuck? Yeah, he always questioned me.
Perennial disappointment.
Yeah, dude. I think it would have been easier
Dude.
for him if I turned out gay. Like if I was gay, it would have been easier for him to, I think, swallow what a fucking pansy of a boy I was growing up. Like I remember, because the awful fact that I had my belly button ring pierced when I was in high school. I had a belly button ring.
I can't believe you fucking did that, and like with a living father at home. I can't believe. Like, how much did you hate this guy that
So I hid it from him, and then one day I was playing basketball outside, and he was technically, and I was
you
like,
insisted
I
on
was
being
like,
skins?
just throwing the ball around, like a man. And and I was like in between, like I took my shirt to like wipe my brow, and when I did it, my belly button ring showed. And my father was playing with me, and then I didn't know he saw it. I just didn't think about it, and he was just like, I'm gonna go inside, and I was like, okay. And then he didn't talk to me for like a day or two, and I didn't know why. And then my mother told me that he saw the piece of metal in my body. And he just couldn't handle it. He didn't know how to like process the information, But
I mean, no one does, dude.
it is the weirdest thing. It really was a weird thing. I was a weird kid,
I don't
man.
know what your brain was doing, dude.
I thought it was like I don't know. Again, I'd like to just defend myself by saying it was like before, like most, like every girl in the world had their belly button ring, you know?
Right, 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 right.
But that might be not be true. I might be
But
saying that.
so just like no instincts whatsoever, no
Yes.
self-preservation instincts.
Oh my God. That's such a cute picture of your parents.
Walter and Marie's.
That's where you get your smile, I guess. Your horse face smile. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Sid's gonna start a show sometime. Like he's gonna sneak one in somewhere, man. What are you trying to do? What are you
What?
trying to do?
I was pointing at the horse.
Well, you were like you were using two fingers. Yeah, why? Okay, yeah. We see the horse, man.
I think I was frozen for much longer.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, hopefully.
I feel like Sid's gonna start a show soon.
Probably.
He's got to. I understand if restaurants are allowed to open,
Peroni's gonna be the first thing back.
right? But why
I
not?
guess.
If Peroni's is allowed to open, then why can't you put on a show there?
I think maybe I think live entertainment is still fit like the phase 3 part of the or whatever.
How long is in between phase? Like 2 weeks?
I think it all depends.
If it works or not. If the numbers go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we have to worry about stand up for a little while. Even if Grumpy's, for example, opens mid-July, there's not going to be any open mic until for sure the fall,
Right.
unless their Tuesday nights are not busy and they need 30 comedians to come drink.
So sad. I feel like my whole style is gonna change when I come back. I don't know why.
I mean, I don't know. Like I think it's given a lot of people perspective as to like I don't know. I think it's kind of given me perspective as to like what we're doing up there. You know what I mean? Like you're just doing stand up so much like you forget what you're even doing. Like you know what? Does that make sense?
Yes,
Like you're
100%.
just doing it so much, and then like you kind of think back as to what stand up is, and it's like you forget about like being the audience member and like what that must be like, and like
Yeah,
I don't know,
fully.
just everyone's got their own little world, you know, and like their own ways that people that like jokes affect them, and like their own. Everyone has like I don't know, like this finite amount of like ability to focus, you know.
Yeah, I also think like I think they're just like there's. I look back to my comedy right now because I haven't been doing it for so long. I feel really disconnected to a lot of the jokes I told, and it's just like, and I kind of feel like I was just in the zone of just telling things that I said that worked and just trying to stick to them, you know. And I feel like I want to have a little bit more like I don't know connection to my material. I don't know if that makes any
That's
sense. But
yeah, for sure. Like for sure.
I don't want to be
I think shit
saying things as much, just to be saying them, you know.
yes, shit that's more relevant to you and your life and like your opinion and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just I mean unless like you're just pure joke writer and you just write jokes just to,
yeah,
turn out punchlines, but like you can still do that within different
yeah.
contexts that apply to you.
But then
But
again,
yeah, 100%.
I don't know. Like, I kind of like, I think that's also me being a little, like dumb and not remembering what it's like to just face people and want them to like you, you know, and want them to like laugh.
Right,
So
there's also
you
yeah,
go
we're being
straight
pretty
to,
naive right now.
yeah, exactly. It's like acting like I'm going to go up there and be so cool with silence all of a sudden, you know, where I don't know. That's fully true.
I
I'm
feel
trying to
like
get better.
we haven't been doing for so long now that like we think that like whatever we write like to address this shit or like just to like whatever it is that we come up with to kind of like dip our toe back into stand up will be like so much better than what we had before
I
or
know.
so much more like I don't know, I feel like I can see like through it now and there's no fucking way I can. We're gonna go
Yeah.
back up there and do the exact same shit we did
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. And it's also just going to feel like we all have our turn to talk about you know what I mean, to talk about the situation, because that's what stand-up's going to feel like, you know, because what else are you supposed to talk about? And then every joke is going to now have to start with before quarantine, you know what I mean, like before, you know,
I
like
don't want
because
to hear that shit.
you have to like any joke you tell about like about anything before quarantine, you have to say like, well, this is before quarantine, you know, like because you have to like explain that this was at a different time. It's gonna be so weird. It's just like it's almost like with the political landscape the way it is right now, and with COVID, it almost feels like you can't even be just like a silly comic anymore. It's like you have to be talking about something. It's so weird.
I don't think so, man. I think there's gonna be so many people who are gonna be like so fed up.
Yeah,
We're
that's a
gonna
good
be
point.
so thankful for some idiot just talking about,
Yeah, we
his
just want to hear
asshole.
We just want to hear Nick Nemeroff say something ridiculously stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Some just well-crafted joke, and
Mhm.
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Anything else on the docket?
I don't know. I was like thinking like I probably should have like thought of some funny stories to tell, and just like
We only had a month in between this one and the last one.
yeah, I know. I'm like I
Two
guess I should,
months.
like write down some funny stories like Tuesdays with Stories does. Like they're just good at always having a story like wound up ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched that. I haven't listened to that in so long. I can't like.
But you were killing. I mean, like that fucking the meth head story. That's a killer bit. That's amazing. Like that's
You
the
can,
kind of shit we need more of.
it's all like first date topics. I
That's
think that's
great.
the shit you got to cover
Yeah,
early on
well,
in a
because
podcast
if
is
we bore too much
lore.
people too much with like, how's your family?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah, no one gives a shit. No one does. I don't know. Anything else crazy?
I wrote this down. Lady Marmalade is what was that song? Lady Marmalade?
Lady Marmalade.
Yeah.
Nope. Lady Madonna.
No, Lady, like the Moulin Rouge song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Lady Marmalade's a pretty good euphemism for a period.
I like it. It's gross as fuck, but it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
that's all I have.
That's definitely. I definitely like have like some stuff that I want to do about like living. Like if you're a guy who's never lived with a woman and you're moving in with your significant other, it's your
Yeah.
first time. Just all I have to say is get ready to see some blood. Okay, get ready to see more blood
Oh,
than
I
you've
don't. Yeah, of
ever
course. Yeah,
seen before. Just blood in
of
places
course.
you don't know why the blood's there. You don't know how it got there, but you just say nothing and let the blood be
I
there.
know. Yeah,
And
you don't say anything. It's fine.
there's this whole idea of of women being cleaner than men, and I think it's true, but for the main reason that if women don't clean up, it's absolutely vile. It's like hair everywhere, it's
There's
makeup
evidence.
everywhere, it's blood everywhere. It's like it gets very very out of control very fast, while a guy
Yeah,
it's just like dust and like stuff, you know what I mean? It's like, and like maybe a
just
hard
lint.
sock. Yeah,
Just a
exactly.
lot
Yeah,
of lint.
yeah, there's that idea.
Just
I
pass
think
a
that's
whole lint roller all over your body.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Get like a car wash lint roller. Just one in the middle,
Right? That's
in
all
the
you
middle of
need.
your bathroom.
That's the dirtiest, but like women, it's like, how is there blood all under the toilet seat? How is the entire under of the toilet seat covered in blood? I don't
Yeah,
even understand how it gets there. You're sitting on the toilet seat.
there's some spot. Whatever. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I know, me too. Carly's not home right now, but if she hears this, she's like,
Okay,
did
that's
you
why
just tell the world?
exactly.
Did you just tell the world?
Everyone knows.
Yeah. We were
Um,
talking about our voices for ech other yesterday when we were at our friend's house. Like, anytime she's describing me, I always sound like like whenever she does my voice, it just sounds like, and whenever I do her voice, it's always like literally, like I no, like literally. I think we're both pretty rude to each other, and when we do each other's
yeah, I
voices.
think so. Pretty glaring lack of respect going on between the two of you.
It's kind of fun though.
Yeah, for sure. Poking fun.
All
I
right.
can't. Yeah, I don't have anything else to. I had another thing, but no. Okay, no, we'll save it for next podcast.
All right. We should do it again. We should try maybe do it twice a week, and that way, just like
You should do it once a week.
that's what I said, once a week. And
Why don't you think about some more
I'm
stories there,
so
Bucko?
bored. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. No. Let's do it once a week, and I'll actually have stories next time. Does that sound good?
Okay, yeah,
All
sounds
right.
good. All right, clean this up, make it palatable.
Or I'm just gonna put it the way it is. We'll see.
Yeah, of course. Do that. Okay,
Okay, man.
see ya.
Talk to you later. Bye.